Hello and welcome to another episode of Deb's Artsy Life. This is a very, very exciting episode and I hope you'll stay tuned for the whole video. I am in the best mood today. The sun is shining, it's warm outside, and I got up this morning and the creativity was just bursting out of every pore. And I've had the best morning. And look what I have. A humongous Premier Yarns order. And y'all, I tried not to do this for they put it on sale and I would not buy it. And then they put it on sale and I would not buy it. But it was $2.99 a skein and there was colors that I wanted so bad. So this time I've done it and I'm not sorry. But let me show you why. This center part is the unicorn mane from Bitty Stripes. And look at this gorgeous Premier Basics color. I think it's called Orchid. Yes. Look how well that goes with that yarn. And I only bought one skein of it because I didn't know if I'd like it. And this was some time ago. No, my husband bought it for me for Christmas. And I only had him buy or ordered one skein of it. But I love that. The actual color is not in there anywhere, but it's a combination of it, I feel like. My timer's going off on my phone because I'm doing laundry. And the only way I can remember to go get it out in time is to set a timer. But is this not beautiful? And so, of course, the main color that I wanted was more of this orchid because I want to just use it and use it. It is so Eastery and so gorgeous. So here is this is pure unicorn mane with no solid. But I'd like to add some aqua and some purple into this to just give it a break and also to make the yarn go further because this is out of stock everywhere. It's not available. And I only bought, I think, 4 skeins of it, which is probably enough, but oh, it's just beautiful. So that is why I ordered the Premier yarns, and I'm going to save this for just a few minutes more because there's so many things I want to tell you. And please excuse my hair, and I have no makeup on and I look atrocious, but I've not had time to fool with any of that this morning because I've been so excited about my creative pursuits, and that was what today was going to be all about for me. I'm trying to avoid that cord hanging down in the video, but anyway. Oh gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. Let me show you this before I get into the opening. I want to show you some things I'm working on. Well, good grief. Hang on, I'm all tangled up. I do this every time. But if you could see all the yarn that I've got going here. I'm going to turn this lamp on. It's beautiful and bright outside. It's not so bright in the living room, so hopefully you can see everything. But last weekend, I remembered that I had balled up this Karen Blossom cake, and I had, wound it into a ball, and I've heard that you shouldn't do that because it kind of damages your yarn after a while. So I thought of this, and I thought, well, I'm going to cast on another shawl with this yarn. And so I've worked all week on this. Or maybe it was last week. I can't remember. But it is so slow, but it's so beautiful and worth every minute of your time. This is just the garter stitch. But is that not beautiful? I think this yarn in the garter stitch, you just can't beat it. This is just another one of those knit your first shawl by Noble Knits. If you search for Knit Your First Shawl, Noble Knits, and two, I've linked it in several videos. But I love it. So this is the one that I told you about last video, where I had picked up the stitches and started knitting it to make it bigger. Here is where I picked up the stitches. You can feel it. You can't really see it, but you can feel it. Here's the other side. You can kind of tell, but I'm so proud that I was able to do that, because the scarf or the shawl just wasn't big enough. But isn't this yarn in this shawl so beautiful? I just love it. This is to the Karen Blossom as well. Both of these are Karen Blossom cakes. And so in my knitting, that's what I'm working on. And sometimes I'm in the mood to knit. Like last night, I just felt too tired to crochet. And then I ended up being too tired to knit and just laid down on the couch. But I am working on this, and I think it'll make a beautiful Easter shawl. I'd love to get it done by Easter. I don't know if I'll be able to, but knitting just takes forever. So I've got that, and I've got another cake of this that I will add to it to make it long enough and big enough. Okay, I am super, super excited about something other than this even. And it's this. This morning, I got out my Premier anti-pilling yarn because I've got to use some of it up, especially since I've got this huge box of basics. And I made this. Well, after I get finished filming this video, I'm going to do a tutorial on this square, because I've tweaked this square, and you've seen me make this many times. I mean, you've not seen me make it, but you've seen me show it. This is my favorite granny square pattern. And Jen Port, and I don't even know how you say her name, but she's on Instagram, and it's JEN_POORT. But she had this diagram on Instagram of this flower granny square. But my creativity, like I said, is just in overdrive today. I guess it's the pretty weather and knowing I was going to get this yarn, and just, I don't know. I'm just so full of creativity today. So anyway, I went outside and I thought, I got these skeins of anti-peeling. They've been in my closet, and I've moved them around. I've stored them in bags, and I've taken them out of bags forever. And I just thought, I'm going to use it. Excuse me, I got to take a drink of water. I just ate celery and chicken salad and didn't drink enough water. But anyway, so I started making the flowers to be the centers of these granny squares. And then I'm going to go around it with blues and greens. So I'll start with green and then switch to blue. But what I want to tell you that is so exciting is that I've tweaked this and made it better. Or at least better for me. I've always had trouble getting in between these clusters, especially with the single crochet. And it's always looked a little wonky. And I don't think I have. Yeah, I do. So this blanket is done with that. And I don't know if you can tell, but when you try to go in, the way the pattern's written, you just get this, it's real tight to get in between those clusters. And it ends up looking kind of messy. Do you see that? That's the single crochet. And you just really have to work to make it look good. This is Premier Basics and the Bitty Stripes crayon box. I've shown you this before. I haven't done a whole lot more on it, but I want to, especially since I've got this and I don't have to worry about running out of this blue. But anyway, what I did was, and I'm going to do a tutorial on this because I am so proud of it and excited about it. I thought, why not go around with single crochets? You know how you do the block stitch? I know you guys have seen that, where you do the single crochet, chain 3, and then you work back into it. Well, that's what I did, and it made the biggest difference. Now, the circle stays a circle, and it looks so neat. There is your single crochet, and then there's the half double and the corner. And it just looks so much better. This is just straight granny stitches, just like a normal granny square. Except, of course, you have one extra. This is the 16 double crochets. And then, as if that wasn't exciting enough, I came upon another idea. I noticed, and I've always had trouble, if you can see that center, it kind of looks a little wonky and messy right in there, because what I normally do is chain 3 and then work into that first chain 15 double crochets, and I count 2 of those first 3 chains as a double crochet. And I slip stitch into that, and it just never lays right. That circle always looks lopsided. Well, I thought, I'm going to chain 4 and work into that first chain and see how that looks. Well, I did it, and it looks so much better. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't feel like the center of that is misshapen anymore. Or misshaped. I don't know how you say that. Wonky. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera. And it's a very subtle difference, but I think that looks so much better. So, when I get finished with this video, I'm going to go to my studio table and do a tutorial. And it may not come out until one day this week, but I am just overjoyed with this. And I think that square looks so much better. Of course, I haven't finished it, but it looks so much better than the old way. You might can see the wonkiness on the back of this better. It just looks lopsided. It looks like this side is smaller because when you use the 2 double crochets, it's too short, really, I think. And of course, it's hard to fit 16 double crochet in a little chain, but I feel like this looks better. It looks more like a circle. So anyway, that's my exciting news. Please do tune in to the tutorial because I am super excited about it. I feel like this is kind of my pattern because I've taken an existing pattern and I've tweaked it and made it my own and made it work for me. So I don't think there's anything out there like it, but if there is, so be it. I'm still going to show you how I do this because it just thrilled me. And I'm using up the anti-peeling yarn. Okay, guys. I can't wait another minute. Let's see what's in this box. Drum roll, please. I haven't opened it yet. I undid the tape, but I saved opening it until I could be with you on camera. So this is the first time I've seen inside this box. Oh. Look. This is my favorite color blue. It's this blue. And I wanted more of it because I was so scared I was going to run out that I wouldn't work on this. Because I just didn't have enough. So here's 3 skeins. And that still may not be enough, but it's going to have to do. So I love that it's in the plastic. I try to get 3 skeins of most things. 3 skeins of that little glorious purple. I love this so much. I'm just going to lay them in the floor as we go. And this is just kind of restocking. 2 skeins of the lime and 1 skein of the Dijon mustard. Here's another Dijon mustard. I guess I didn't get multiples of 3 after all, but these are just restocks of my favorite colors. I'm so excited. Okay, this is a new to me color. I'm disappointed in that. I hate it when I get a new skein of yarn and it has a knot in it. I just think, why? But anyway, I love how these come because they're ready to just dive into. This is the new color, dark purple. And I only got one because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. But I love it, so I'm sure I'm going to have to order more of this. And I might even do it today, but don't tell my husband. First thing he said when he saw that box of yarn, he said, "That's a big box of yarn." I said, "I know, and it's only one because I'm getting another one soon." And he said, "Well, where are you going to put all that?" That's always his question. Where are you going to put it? I don't know, you guys. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I assure you I'm going to find a place. We're actually going to go into my yarn closet, and I may have you help me put this up. I was trying to find my chapstick, but hold on. I'm sorry. My lips are so dry. They get so dry when I film a video, and then I can't talk. Okay, excuse me. Now, I know that it's spring, and I should be getting out the cotton yarns, and I will eventually, but I am so excited, y'all. Here is the 3 Aqua. I adore this color. And you just look. Let me see if I can grab it. Again, hold on. Well, I don't know. Here it is. I couldn't figure out what I'd done with the unicorn mane. Look at this. And then imagine this aqua with it. Will that not be so gorgeous? So that is what I bought that for. And of course I use it in other projects. I just love that color. And you know, I wonder if this purple, doesn't that look like Easter? Easter eggs. Okay, so there's that. And this is the new color, Sunny Day. Whoop! That's for later. I got 2 of the new colorway, Sunny Day. That is the brightest yellow. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the difference in it and the Dijon mustard. But aren't they gorgeous together? Oh, I am in yarn creativity heaven. I do wish that I had gotten the raspberry. I may place another order today, but don't tell my husband. But the raspberry in the Premier Basics matches this color so well. And I had forgotten that when I placed this order, because I placed the order at work. And, you know, sometimes I need to place orders in front of my yarn closet, I think, because I'd do better. But, oh, I'm just so excited, y'all. Okay, last but not least, I've saved this for last. You know, they've had the cakes on sale for 50% off. 2, 3. Y'all, I got 9 of this gorgeous sweet roll. Now, I have never used sweet roll. This is Sweet Roll Frosty. And I thought these colors were so beautiful. I know they're not as bright as some things I wear, but I just loved them. And they had a really bright color. I can't remember what it was called. Slushy, I think. But I just I wanted something a little more subtle. I love that green. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. It looks even better than it did on the website. And y'all, this is so squishy soft. Oh, it's beautiful. The colorway, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. I don't know if you can read that. But it's Blueberry Crumble. Blueberry Crumble. Oh, I love it. So I've got 9 because there's a pattern that I printed off. It's the Kimberly cardigan. I can't remember who it's by. I'll talk about that more in a separate video when I start the actual cardigan. But I got, like, I think it calls for 2,100 yards. And so I got enough to make it. And you know, if I decide to do something different with it, that's fine too. But this is that, it's just beautiful. Sweet Roll Frosty. And these were on sale. I got all 3 of these for $9. So 9 of them was $27, which is a great price to be able to make a cardigan, I think. It's a lot better than some yarns. So that's my yarn haul. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to just dive in. So I hope you enjoyed this. One more thing I'll show you. The unicorn mane, and this is the orchid. It kind of, and do you see how wonky that one's wonky too? And I only did 12 of this. But anyway, see how this side is shorter? So I'm going to work on how I do the centers of my flowers. But anyway, I made this granny square. And I was just, you know, kind of mimicking the colors in this. And I think the purple will go really well with that. So I'm going to keep going on this and maybe make it a big granny square blanket. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I love sharing this stuff with you guys, and I love Premier yarns. I have really, I didn't realize how much Premier that I actually buy and use, but stay tuned for this tutorial. Please come back and we'll make some of these together. I'm going to tweak it a little bit more, work on it a little bit more, make a few, and then I'll go on to the camera and make one with you, show you how I do it, step by step and very slowly. Now, I want to show you something, and I'm going to have to ask you to bear with me for a second because I forgot to bring it in here. I'm just going to put this over the camera and let you look at it for a minute. I'll be right back. Bear with me. Well, y'all, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. I was going to show you the painting. Oh, here it is. I didn't even have to do all that. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Okay. Sorry, that video kind of went a little haywire. But I finished this today. I got up this morning and did this first thing. And I just think it's so happy and bright, and it reminds me so much of this, doesn't it? But I posted a video just now that is me doing this in real time. And this is the finished, I think it's finished. And I wanted to show you the finished pages. And if you want to watch me paint this, please go to my last video. And you can always speed up the speed of the video if you get bored with the real time but I hope you'll watch it. I had the best time doing this in the sunny sunroom this morning. So that's all I've got. Thank you for being with me this long. Thank you for subscribing, and please like and share and subscribe if you haven't. And I hope to see you for the tutorial later. Thank you.